Elias Cole tinkers in his cluttered New Haven workshop, fixing solar rigs by day and scanning radio frequencies by night, chasing ghosts of his sister Mara, lost during the pulse 10 years ago. The city buzzes with life. Market stalls, neon signs, kids playing under solar lamps, but tension simmers as Governor Harrow's enforcers patrol. Elias intercepts a faint coded signal. Beacon 40.7128, negative 82.3318. Mara Cole. His heart races. It's her voice. He shares it with Lena, his friend and city engineer, who dismisses it as a glitch but sees his desperation. Key scene. Elias, alone, listens to the signal loop whispering, "Mara, is that really you?" as tears well up. Conflict. Lena warns him about Harrow's dead zone ban. Elias insists on decoding the signal. World building, New Haven's vibrant yet controlled atmosphere contrasts with rumors of dead zone dangers. Cliffhanger. Elias decodes the coordinates, pointing to a dead zone observatory. He says, "I'm going, Lena, with or without you." Theme: grief versus hope. Elias's obsession drives the story. Flashbacks show 18-year-old Elias and Mara stranded during the pulse, their car dying as chaos erupts. Present day, Elias convinces Lena to help analyze the signal's origin. They meet Marcus, a grizzled scavenger, at a black market tech stall. Marcus, intrigued by the signal's value, offers dead zone expertise for a cut of any tech they find. Lena uncovers an old map in city archives, pinpointing the observatory. Harrow announces harsher penalties for dead zone trespassing, raising stakes. Key scene: flashback of Elias failing to protect Mara as looters attack their car. He wakes from the memory, clutching her old necklace. Conflict. Lena's pragmatism clashes with Elias's recklessness. Marcus's motives are unclear. World building. The pulse's aftermath. Shattered tech, isolated cities, and Harrow's iron grip. Cliffhanger. The trio finds a hidden rover garage. Elias says, "We're doing this tomorrow." Elias catches Juniper, a teenage runaway, sneaking into his workshop to steal tech. She decodes part of the signal faster than him, earning his grudging respect. Juniper, orphaned by the pulse, joins the crew seeking adventure. The group plans their dead zone trip, stealing a solar rover from Harrow's depot. Harrow's enforcers question Elias's neighbors, hinting at surveillance. Key scene. Juniper hacks Elias's radio, grinning, "You're not bad, but I'm better." Elias smirks, seeing Mara's spirit in her. Conflict. Lena distrusts Juniper's impulsiveness. Marcus warns of dead zone drones. World building, New Haven's underbelly, orphans, black markets, and resistance whispers. Cliffhanger. The crew drives off as enforcers raid Elias's workshop, finding his signal logs. The crew enters the dead zone, a wasteland of rusted cars and abandoned towns. The rover's solar panels glitch, stranding them. A rogue drone attacks, and Juniper's quick hack redirects it. Elias opens up about Mara, bonding with Marcus. Lena spots a glowing storm in the distance, warning of pulse-like interference. Key scene. Elias fixes the rover under fire, shouting, "Keep that drone off me, June," as she hacks frantically. Conflict. Marcus pushes to turn back. Elias refuses. World building, dead zone's eerie desolation. Faded billboards, skeletal buildings. Cliffhanger. The storm approaches, crackling with unnatural energy. The crew takes shelter in an abandoned town, finding pre-pulse tech, smartphones, a drone battery, and a data chip. Marcus reveals he lost his wife and son in the pulse, paralleling Elias's guilt. Lena decodes the chip, mentioning the Beacon Initiative, a pre-pulse plan to link cities via satellites. The signal strengthens, looping Mara's voice. Find the beacon. Key scene. Marcus, holding an old photo, tells Elias, "You don't get to choose who you lose, but you choose what you do after." Conflict. Juniper wants to explore more. Lena prioritizes safety. World building, pre-pulse tech as relics of a lost world. Cliffhanger. A drone scans their hideout, broadcasting their location. An electromagnetic storm traps the crew in a crumbling mall. Juniper hacks a hologram projector showing a scientist discussing the Beacon satellite network. The scientist mentions a sabotage risk, hinting at the pulse's cause. Harrow's enforcers close in, forcing a tense standoff. Lena rigs a trap to disable a drone. Key scene. The hologram flickers as the scientist says, "The beacon must not fall." Elias whispers, "Mara knew." Conflict. Elias's obsession worries Lena. Marcus suspects Harrow's involvement. World building. Storms as pulse remnants. Unpredictable and deadly. Cliffhanger. The crew escapes, but a drone signal pings Harrow's base. The crew reaches the observatory, a cracked dome in a desolate valley. Automated turrets guard it, forcing Elias to hack their system, nearly dying in the process. Inside, they find Mara's recording tied to the Beacon Initiative, a fail-safe to restore global communication. The crew celebrates, but mercenaries ambush them. Key scene. Elias, bleeding from a turret graze, activates the observatory door, saying, "For Mara." Conflict. Lena questions the mission's cost. Marcus vows to fight. World building. The observatory as a pre-pulse relic, filled with dormant tech. Cliffhanger. Mercenaries surround the observatory, demanding surrender. The crew repels the mercenaries, but their rover is damaged and supplies are stolen. Lena suspects Marcus tipped off Harrow for profit. Flashbacks show Harrow's rise, bribing scavengers to secure power. Marcus admits he considered selling tech, but stayed loyal. Elias forgives him, strengthening their bond. Key scene. Marcus, cornered, says, "I'm no saint, Elias, but I'm not Harrow." Conflict. Trust fractures. Juniper mediates. World building. Harrow's network of spies and mercenaries. Cliffhanger. Marcus finds a hidden tracker in his gear, planted by Harrow's men. The crew decodes more beacon files, learning the pulse was a failed test to activate the satellite network. Juniper bonds with Lena, sharing her fear of being alone. A new signal mentions other city-states, suggesting survivors beyond New Haven. Elias vows to find them. Key scene. Juniper tells Lena, "You're like the family I never had." Lena softens, hugging her. Conflict. Elias pushes to follow the new signal. Lena wants to return home. World building. Hints of a wider world, fragmented but alive. Cliffhanger. A device in Elias's pack, marked with Mara's initials, hums to life. The crew detours to Eclipse, a rogue city-state of scavengers trading pre-pulse tech. They barter for rover repairs but spot Harrow's spies. Elias trades Mara's necklace for intel, learning Harrow monitors all signals. Juniper hacks a local network. Finding Mara's device is a beacon key. Key scene. Elias hesitates, then hands over the necklace, whispering, "Sorry, Mara." Conflict. Marcus clashes with Eclipse's leader over prices. Lena distrusts the city. World building. Eclipse's anarchic, tech-driven culture contrasts with New Haven. Cliffhanger. Mara's device projects a video of her saying, "Protect the beacon." Mara's video reveals she worked on the beacon before the pulse. Elias's obsession deepens, straining the crew. Lena admits she built tech for Harrow pre-pulse, feeling complicit. Marcus and Elias argue over leadership, but Juniper's optimism reunites them. Key scene. Lena confesses, "I helped Harrow's machines. I didn't know." Elias replies, "We fix it together?" Conflict. Elias's single-mindedness risks the group. World-building, pre-pulse politics, showing Harrow's early schemes. Cliffhanger. The device activates fully, showing a map to a hidden lab. The crew finds the lab, buried in a dead-zone forest. Inside, they uncover logs proving the pulse was sabotage, not an accident. Mara's notes mention Harrow's cabal. Juniper hacks a lab AI, which warns of a second pulse if the beacon fails. Key scene. The AI intones, "The beacon must rise or the world falls again." Elias grips Mara's device tightly. Conflict. Lena wants to warn New Haven. Elias prioritizes the beacon. World building. The lab's eerie, abandoned tech reveals the pulse's scale. Cliffhanger. Harrow's mercenaries surround the lab, cutting off escape. The crew fights to hold the lab, using its defenses. Juniper unlocks the beacon's core system, revealing it needs Mara's device to activate. Flashbacks show Harrow's betrayal of the beacon team, including Mara. Lena builds a signal jammer to slow the mercenaries. Key scene. Elias tells Juniper, "You're the key, June." Mara would have loved you. Conflict. Marcus doubts they can win. Lena rallies him. World building. Harrow's cabal as a shadow government. Cliffhanger. Harrow's voice crackles over the radio, threatening New Haven. A brutal mercenary assault splits the crew. Elias and Juniper reach the beacon's uplink, while Lena and Marcus hold the line. Harrow's broadcast reveals he plans to destroy the beacon to maintain control. Elias prepares to use Mara's device. Key scene. Elias tells Juniper, "This is bigger than us. It's what Mara died for." Conflict. The crew's separation tests their trust. World building. The uplink's advanced tech contrasts with the dead zone's decay. Cliffhanger. Harrow appears on a screen saying, "You can't stop progress, Elias." The crew reunites, using Lena's jammer and Marcus's tactics to repel the mercenaries. Juniper boosts the signal, picking up messages from other city-states, proof of survivors. Elias vows to return to New Haven and expose Harrow. Key scene. Lena hugs Elias, saying, "We're family now. Let's finish this." Conflict. The crew debates risking New Haven's safety. World building. Signals reveal a fragmented but hopeful world. Cliffhanger. A massive storm blocks their path back. Harrow broadcasts propaganda, labeling the crew as terrorists. Flashbacks show Mara hiding the beacon key before her death. The crew intercepts Harrow's coordinates, revealing he's in New Haven's central tower. Juniper hacks city cameras, exposing Harrow's lies. Key scene. Mara's flashback. "If I don't make it, Elias, you will." Elias nods, resolute. Conflict. Citizens doubt the crew. Lena pushes for public support. World building. New Haven citizens as a divided but hopeful force. Cliffhanger. The storm intensifies, threatening the rover. The crew battles the storm, their rover barely holding. Juniper shares her dream of a connected world, inspiring Elias. They reach New Haven's outskirts, but find the gates locked by Harrow's forces. Marcus scouts a hidden tunnel. Key scene, Juniper says, "We're not just saving the beacon, we're saving everyone." Conflict, Elias doubts they can sway the city. Lena takes charge. World building, the storm's unnatural energy hints at lingering pulse effects. Cliffhanger, the tunnel leads to a trap. Harrow's enforcers wait inside. The crew escapes the trap, sneaking into New Haven. They broadcast Mara's logs, exposing Harrow's sabotage. Citizens rally, clashing with enforcers. Lena confronts her old mentor, now Harrow's aide, and convinces him to defect. Key scene, Lena broadcasts, "Harrow broke us. Together we rebuild." The crowd roars. Conflict. Harrow's loyalists resist. Marcus is captured. World building. New Haven's community spirit shines through chaos. Cliffhanger. Harrow holds Marcus hostage, demanding Elias surrender. Elias leads a citizen uprising, storming the central tower. Juniper hacks the beacon's satellite uplink, preparing it for activation. Marcus escapes, revealing Harrow's plan for a second pulse to wipe out rival city-states. Lena builds a shield to protect the uplink. Key scene. Marcus, bloodied, says, "You're not losing anyone else, Elias." Conflict. Elias faces the choice to save Marcus or secure the beacon. World building, the tower as Harrow's fortress, filled with pre-pulse tech. Cliffhanger. Elias confronts Harrow alone in the observatory, weapon drawn. Elias faces Harrow, who taunts him about Mara's death. Elias chooses to upload Mara's recording, erasing her voice but activating the beacon, sending signals worldwide. The crew fights off Harrow's final guards as the satellite links city-states, sparking celebrations. Harrow is arrested by citizens. The crew reflects on their losses and hopes, watching signal lights dot the sky. A new, unfamiliar signal hints at a global network awakening. Key scene. Elias, pressing the uplink button, whispers, "This is for you, Mara," as her hologram fades. The crew embraces, tears mixing with smiles. Conflict. Elias's sacrifice of Mara's recording for the greater good. World building, the connected world as a new frontier, blending hope and mystery. Resolution. New Haven rebuilds, and the crew plans to explore the new signals. Elias says, "We're not done yet."